G'day everyone. Today I'm just going to run through a quick video on doing some self-draining one-way scupper plugs. There's a few videos out there, but as the title suggests, I'm in Australia and I thought this would be a bit of a hand to some people looking for parts. We don't have everything that's available, obviously, over in the US or elsewhere. So I'll just run you through some of the parts that I can get here, and anyone overseas, find the parts to make it fit yours. My kayak needs 10 scupper plugs. Only 2 of them I can visually see. Some are under some storage boxes and some are underneath my deck, but they do get water in there. I've got a pretty heavy battery in the back and it fills up, so having these is going to be ideal. Basically there's only a few parts you're going to need. They cost a couple of dollars each. I'm going to make 10. I had some bits and pieces around. It's probably cost me under 20 bucks to do. Unfortunately, you just can't get the generic brands or the name brands out there at the moment. It seems to be a bit of a global shortage. You can't get shipping. They're just not available. So down to some DIY. Now what you're going to need here is a 25 by 20 coupler, and you'll need some balls to go in it. I got now these are from Bunnings as well. They're cedar balls. They're actually for insects and stuff as a repellent. Cedar's quite a good timber. It won't swell. If you find, ideally if you can find a bouncy ball or a plastic ball that's 20 mil, that'll work great. But I've got confidence in these that they'll be okay. These guys are in your insect aisle, they're about $4. But yeah, the 25 by 20 coupler, you're going to end up having to cut this top section off and grind the hex grid off there. That's about all you need to do to that. The other thing you're going to need is 2 mil line trimmer. Have that lying around. You just need to cut that into little sections. A 332 drill bit or a 2 mil drill bit, whichever one you've got. Sander, Stanley knife. The other thing you'll need is, depending on your scuppers, now mine are 34 mil. These finish off at about 32.5, 33 mil. So mine just need a little bit extra to actually fit snugly into the yak. Just use some tape for that. One tip I can give you though is make sure your tape is wider than the finished product, than your actual scupper. You don't want any overlap ridges because they'll catch as you try and push it down. You'll find it very hard to get it down, and it might strip the tape off the actual scupper and your scupper will fall through. So doing it in one turn, when you do the wraps, make sure you finish on where it starts. I only need 2 wraps and it's done. I've already made a bunch. I did a couple that I've just painted black. They're the only ones I can see in the kayak. My other one's covered by a storage thing and the other ones are underneath my deck. So the way they'll actually work is the ball that's inside there, it'll sit this way once the water can drain this way because the ball's sitting on the bottom and it's open. And then once the water actually pushes the ball up, it'll close it off. There's plenty of vids on it, you'll see. They work quite well. So I'll quickly make one now so that you can see exactly what I'm doing. As you'll see, it only takes a minute or two to get them done. So I'll tilt you down. All right, so all we're going to do is grab a hacksaw. I'm going to cut that little piece off. Just going to sit it here in this little hobby vise. That's that off. He's taking it off. Now we're just going to run on the sander. Only take a minute, sorry for the noise. Then take the edge ribs off. That's it, taking those off. Now get your drill bit. You want to go as close as possible. I've tried it with 3 mil wire, but the ball was getting a bit jammed on it. So go as close to the actual edge as possible. That's it. Enough to leave a little bit there. It's not under any pressure, so you're not going to break them. Grab a piece of 2 mil line trimmer. Find the edge, it's not too from where you've cut it. Sorry, one step, grab the ball. This bit can be a bit finicky, but okay, once you got it in there, push this one flush. Grab your Stanley knife. Clip that off. Now if you've got a little dag end, just sand that off, make sure this is flush. That's it, scupper plug done. So if you want, you can throw a little bit of glue there if you really need to, but she's going to have tape around it, and then it's going to be jammed in the scupper, so it's not really going to go anywhere. That's pretty much it. Make sure they sit nice and flush in the hull. That way the ball can float up, close it off, sink down, and she's done. It'll drain out. They do work quite well. That's it. Very simple one to do. Takes care of that water in your deck. I'm just getting started on this YouTube stuff and doing everything I can, so each time I have a little tidbit to add, or building lures, that's where I'm at the moment. I build a bunch of lures and stuff, or some fishing vids, they'll be up, so I'd appreciate any likes or subscribes you throw in there. Maybe I'll have some updates that might be handy for you. Cheers, have a good one.